Alright, welcome back for the first match. We are on the play. Going to play first. Pretty decent hand. Going to keep. Alright. Got a lot of ramp going on and payoff card. And the kitchen things and bonfire to defend ourselves. So a pretty solid plan, I would say. And we can even play turn 2 kitchen things, which we are going to do, because on the play turn 2 kitchen things is probably good against about any draft deck. Alright, so I think can safely attack here. Alright. So next turn we have 6 mana if we have Baloth. I think I'm gonna play Devoted Druid here, simply because this likely needs to fetch red at some point, and it might also be able to like fetch a land with Baloth already in play. So we'll see. Like this lets us, for example, put a land in play so we can play Baloth and definitely get a payoff against removal. Might set it up in a way. So like we could drop Baloth now, but I think it's probably better to just play Tribe Elder and play Baloth next turn to get 1 to 2 triggers of it. Just gonna attack. And also, who knows, he looks like he might be some sort of control deck, so he could easily have like the Day of Judgment that we passed, and then we would get blown out. So we're just gonna slow roll it a bit. Alright. I mean, rampaging Baloth into Hornet Queen should beat anything short of a sweeper into submission. Ooh, Garruk. I think I actually like Garruk better here than Baloth, because of the mentioned sweeper thing, and our opponent's doing so little that I would be kind of surprised if he doesn't have like a sweeper. And Garruk is a pretty good way of punishing that. This deck is not doing a whole lot so far, which I don't mind. I mean, good for us. Still no real clue what he's up to, other than likely being some sort of Esper control deck. Our opponent trying to figure a way out of this mess. Yeah, that's not gonna be too impressive. Trading cards for Garruk activations. I think next turn we can just drop Baloth, draw cards with Garruk, and then he can like sweep whatever he wants. Won't matter. Yeah, even Baneslayer Angel probably won't. Alright, so let's go. There's Baloth. There's a 4/4. draw a bunch of cards, like try a million. Alright, so play another guy. And yeah, I would be surprised if we can lose this game in any way by at this point, basically. Alright, so we got everything we could imagine and pass the turn. And like now, even if he sweeps, it's like, what is that gonna do? It's like, who cares? This is so brutal. Just drew like a fresh starting hand when we're already miles ahead. There goes our Garruk. Then maybe there's a Day of Judgment, I don't know. But couldn't care less. Oh no, a duplicate. Alright, make another beast. And next turn we have like 1, 2, 3 bonfire for 3. That's not gonna be good enough. But we can play Chandra plus Mortars, which is pretty nice. Because that kills Painted Angel. Alright, so then again, we could also just like bonfire for 2 and Mortars after attacks. I think that sounds good. Probably a bit better than Chandra because it gets rid of the duplicate and the Painted Angel. Then we can continue doing whatever we want to. If we had a 4-drop in play, we could also go like Evolution and Mortars, get a Titan and ping and Mortars the Angel. But that way it works fine as well. Alright, bonfire. X is 2. Actually, let's do it a bit different. X is 2. Alright. Cast Mortars. And pass the turn. Let's see what else he has in store. Hint, it's probably not gonna be enough. Especially given that we also have a Witness in hand to rinse repeat. Absolute Ghost Council. Neat, but probably not impressive enough. Yes. Let's see if he's gonna phase it out. Probably not, which means we can Museum Mortars it. So we have like 9 mana. Exactly enough for Chandra, Witness, Mortars. Sweet. That should settle it. Alright, so drop a land. Drop Chandra. Drop Witness. Water's back. And then kill the Obsidian. I mean, we could just make it not be able to block, but rather just get rid of it for good. And then we can just get in for 5 and end this game soonish. I mean, this game is just a slaughter. Our deck is working on overdrive. There's the sweeper that I was talking about. Not Day of Judgment, Damnation, but still the sweeper. So we have 7 lands, which means we can basically just drop Hornet Queen, I guess. I mean, we could do like a million things. We could also play Nissa and Pia and flip Nissa. But I guess I'll stick with that and just ping away at him and let him have another sweeper. And if he does, we can keep doing the other stuff. We can also like get a Titan with Eldritch Revolution and Pia. There's like so many things we can do at this point, basically. Alright. So we have not that many cards left in our library, which is not irrelevant. I mean, I guess we can sort of just Pia and Kieran out our opponent, sort of. Not redirect to Gideon, and then hit Gideon. Like, we can Chandra ultimate already, but don't have anything too impressive. I mean, top 10 card should hit a burn spell, so it still basically kills our opponent. Alright. 2 to the face. I like our deck so far. Doing pretty impressive stuff. And feels pretty well balanced between like ramp stuff and powerful payoff cards. Looks like a sweet deck. We could splash the Dreadbore for his Gideon and Baneslayer Angel and stuff. I kind of like that idea, I think. Like, how many fixtures do we have for like a second color? We have the Tribe Elder. I think that's it, actually. So yeah, we are not that good at fixing Dreadbore, actually. I mean, I think we are better at fixing Temporal Isolation, since Baneslayer can be quite a problem. And I think I like Wickerbow Elder. And maybe even Vengevine against the control deck. I mean, we don't need all these like random burn spells against him. So we can like shave away a bit on those. And I guess Voltaic Brawler looks good against a deck like his. So let's restructure our deck a bit against his deck. Since I think there's a bunch we can do, like Bonfire is probably not very good. This is probably reasonably good, just turning into a bit more beatdowny route. Like even this seems like it's probably pretty good in this matchup. Alright, so Like, I don't think Magma Jet's gonna be very good. Want the planes. We also have fixing here. Kinda like got one of these. Maybe like cut an Arbor Elf to not have too much stuff that dies to a sweeper. Cut Lightning Strike. Mortars doesn't seem great either. Maybe don't rely too much on evolution. And I guess maybe cut Stagger Shock as well. Let's see how that does. Since I mean, like, the burn spells seem like they aren't that great against what his deck is doing. And this way we can just turn into like a more robust creature deck. We'll see. If it doesn't feel that great in game 2, we can change it back to something else again. But I mean, his deck was like very slow and dirtily, so why not try and take advantage of that? Alright. Seems like a pretty aggressive curve if we draw a land to go Castigator. I think I'm gonna sack end of turn for red. Doesn't let us play things, but that's fine. Guarantees we can play our 4-drops with any land we draw. Oh, damn, I fought through that. But it's fine, like that lets us delay our decision. Spellquiller, huh? Alright. I mean, maybe we have made our deck worse rather than better. Trying to be a bit too smart with the sideboarding and stuff. Alright, let's sack for red. There is another red. That should be quite a brick wall. So we are not gonna attack here. For now, I think. There's a removal. And if he has cards like Spellquiller, cards like Lightning Strike, and Museum Mortars definitely become more important. And yeah, being screwed with all these beefy cards in our hand is not great. I mean, he probably only has one sweeper, so maybe we should just not be too concerned about it. Alright, so I think no. I think we can deploy Chandra here, because next turn that allows us to kill the Spellquiller with the activation of Pia. And it should be fairly well protected outside of like hard removal. And it also lets us attack here. I think it's even like fine to attack with all, because we don't really want to trump block and He is probably just gonna attack if we leave one or two of these back. So I think it's better to just apply pressure. Then again, it is also very possible that it's really hard to make our deck bad against his, because we have so many powerful cards that win the game alone that he can't answer them all between all the planeswalkers and bombs. Anguished Unmaking. That's the card that I was thinking about. But I mean, he's still like behind in the race and gonna lose the race against those cards as well. Alright, so Vengevine. I mean, could almost attack with everything, but it's a bit risky. I'll just attack with Vengevine. Play it safe rather than waste our Pia. No need to rush it. Seems like he might have a sweeper. Maybe he has Day of Judgment after all, or he has the second black and Damnation. Looks like Damnation. Oh no, looks like Day of Judgment. Oh no, Wrath of God. So he has at least two sweepers. Good to know. So there goes our board. But who cares if we have Inferno Titan? And Baloth and Garruk, like threats for days. Duplicant, not bad, but probably not good enough either. Alright, so we also have a nice Vengevine line here, but I think, actually, why not? Let's go for like the Vengevine line. I think Tribe Elder is what we want here, since it also gives us a Bailout trigger next turn, which is nice. Back our Vengevine, and then pass. Alright. That's still looking pretty good for us, all in all. What's that? Obsidian. That is annoying, but not terrible. Alright. Like if we draw a land, we can just make two beasts. There is our land. There we go. Beasts all day. That also fixes our white in case we draw Temporal Isolation on Duplicant, and we can also draw Wickerbow Elder on Duplicant. So that gives us a couple of nice options. Is that gonna be Damnation? No. Una. Not bad. He's dishing out now. Getting under some pressure. I mean, maybe it's like the right thing to just draw a bunch of cards next turn. Not sure. That might actually get him killed. Like, he needs to have a removal to not die here. Let's just find a removal. Like temporal isolation. Alright. Fetch land. Play treetop. Trigger our stuff. Give us a bunch of beefy stuff and ship. Let's see how dead our opponent is. Plus we can easily get back Vengevine next turn if he blocks it, which he probably won't anyway, but if he like has a sweeper or whatever. Which at this point seems what he's gonna need to survive this. Like spot removal into top deck sweeper. Something like that. I mean, he can make some Una fairies here. And he needs to hit pretty well with Una. Like, if he completely misses with Una, he's dead. I mean, he could have at least tried. I mean, he can trade here, eat a beast, and if he hits a token with Una, he can go to 1. If he hits a two tokens with Una, he can even go to 5. So he could have at least tried. But yeah, chances are not that great. Like, he can stay green and maybe get 1 token and like 1 green card and 2 cards and trade with a witness, and then he goes to 1. Alright, 2-0. That's it for the first match. Deck performed admirably. Lots of punch. Our sideboarding plan worked out fine as well, especially given that he had more sweepers than we thought. Stay tuned for the next match in a moment.